Alright guys, so as you can see I have two triggers, some scripts in here and all. So back into the game. I started off. There's a little problem but it can be solved one way or another. So basically this is the character I will use. Unfortunately I can't do this quickly because it holsters the gun and does nothing else. So basically this is the Gcam thing, which is this. This is a pretty cool thing if you ask me. Now, I have an A10 and I have this cool ass tank as well. So you will see a problem here and you will realize what it is. So basically that shot should have been to my guy way over there. As you can see, this tank is not shooting to the right direction. Although I did shot in that direction where I am there. But now I don't know why it is not working. So it stopped for some reason. Now back to the A10. So this camera thing has this cool thing. Well, not this, I just missed it. Let me see. Yeah, it hits. Right. So yeah, this. You see? Back to the follow mode. Yeah, those guys are fucked up. And yeah, basically this was like kind of an idea. So what happens here? Oh, this guy's alive. Right. What happens here is that, as you can see, oh, what the end this guy's carrier. That tank drove off. Where the hell is he? There he is. I don't know how to aim. I do. Look at him running. Right, he's there. So that tank moved all the way from there to over there to shoot me from here, which it failed, although it shouldn't have. And I also had an A10 coming in already, which took it down as you can see. So I have this kind of a idea where like in this kind of a cliff in at like dusk for about like 19 15 or like yeah 15 past 50 past 19 p.m. or that's a weird way to say it, but you get what I mean. Like, can I type it? No, I can't. Literally 1950. So at those times, kind of those times, so like at dusk, where it's not dark but not bright, like this. Uh, in at that type of a timeline, three men like this and two more behind him or in front of him, doesn't matter, go slowly. Stop! Stop for fuck's sake. Go slowly like this, in the dark. There should be some obstacles here like broken walls and stuff, but it's not really necessary. That it can also be rocks and all, but it can be arranged. So those three guys are walking around like that, patrolling the horizon, and they see a tank coming in, and the tank sees them as well. It stops abruptly while it was moving. It would be moving on the road. As you can see, there's a road over there. So it stops, hits on the brakes so hard. It shoots here, but it misses basically. These three guys here will be suppressed and will have to, fall back. And one of them, uh, let's say this guy doesn't have a binocular or anything like that, but let's say one of them will have a laser, or it's not really necessary. It's optional. But like basically, these guys will go prone here or somewhere around or behind a cover, and they will call in an airstrike. Then the camera will go back. Hold on. Is it still alive? Yeah, it's fucking around. So basically, the camera will go back to the A10 in the beginning, and it will do the gun run like it just did. And the result will be like this. The crew may disembark or may not because they might die. So yeah, this is something I've had in mind. And I will also make another video. I have something else in mind. So let me know if you think this can be done with this camera mode, which is quite cool. As you can see, like here we have this like bullet following thing. Like if you shoot, whether it be a mortar, cannon, or pretty much everything, I guess, if you follow it. Behind is basically this, like normally it will happen like this. It will revolve around it. It will revolve around the character. But if you disable it, it just happens independently. And follow, you can guess what it is. If this guy moves, it won't follow. It will stay in this direction. The camera. If I tick this, it will follow the person. I don't know what focus mode is, to be honest. I'll figure that out later. But there's a few views. The first person, third person, which is the default in-game third person, and the Gcam view thing. So these are literally the first person and the third person. If I, or for example, if I scripted this character to move and get this in the first person view, he will just do the same things again, but I will see it in the first person view. I don't know what variable view is. Just went back to A10. I don't know why. So yeah, it's basically it. Like I said, let me know if you think this can be done, because it's a really brief and small thing. I will do it myself. If like the tanks, or it's either the tank or the plane that cannot hit one another. Like it's either tank cannot shoot the guys, or it can, but the plane this time cannot shoot the tank. Like, although I use ATGMs, GBUs in the pinpoint directions, in the like 100% accuracy, when I get back to the scripting, and like it's kind of a little confusing and like complex, but like basically that A10 has an AI on it. You control the AI, do whatever you want to do, and then go scripting, and the AI does what you exactly did. So it does move like you moved, but it can miss. It always misses. This is my problem right now. And another problem is that we can't see the tank anymore here as it is destroyed. But let me like. Okay. Alright, never mind. So basically, the other issue is that, for example, this time, or like every time, basically, like every time I tried it with a tank, the tracks do not turn. They just like stay stationary, but the tank goes anyway. Like, let me just show you actually. So. Alright. So basically, we go to radio, and then to play, and then we get the Gcam, and then there goes A10. Alright, just look at it. Do you see the tracks? Like, they do not turn. The wheels are not turning, but the tank is going anyway. I have not been able to find a solution for this, and I don't know how to do it anymore. And like, I just gave up after this movie, because I'm just like grateful for A10 being able to shoot this motherfucker in the first place. So if I do this, like I said, this will happen. And also, hold on. sucks that I cannot do this. There is a way to slow down the time. So yeah, like for example, like this. You wait for another shot. Is there a way to increase the time or not? I'll check pretty quick. There doesn't seem to be any. Oh, what is this? Okay, this is weird. Anyway, so maybe like get to 5, like half the time. Alright, there you go. Like this can be made slow motion with a little bit more organization. And this, I think, is also like a destruction mode or something that, you know, looks better and all. So there will be another shot coming in. These guys got fucked. So you kind of get my point now. I would have done this myself. Like you see, I already did, but you know, the little mishaps are just killing the thing itself, and I don't know how to fix it, basically. So yeah, let me know if we can do this or not.